We have hedge funds versus hedge funds. We have retail traders versus everybody. So this is going to get absolutely insane, and that is what we're going to go over in this video. The hedge funds that are massively short, as well as the hedge funds that are short squeezing the hedge funds. So that's what we're going to talk about, as well as the technical analysis and everything you guys need to know about this massive AMC short squeeze that I do see coming. Now, during this video, if you subscribe, if you are not a subscriber, then make sure to subscribe, and I will add an additional $5 to my already large AMC position and do it live for you guys in a follow-up AMC video. Also, make sure to tap, tickle, touch, or smash the like button for me. Make it turn blue. Help this video get pushed out by the YouTube algorithm to as many people as possible, and essentially force me to go all in on AMC. For anybody that is interested as well, I have my buy and sell alerts over on the Patreon. I'm a full-time options trader, as well as a crypto trader and long-term investor, so you'll get notifications on any moves that I am making. And when I do make these trades on AMC, like I said, you will be notified right away, as well as any news events that do come out in the markets. I will notify you guys of that as well. So if you want to be a part of it, check it out. Link down below in the description, as well as get up to $70 in whatever free stock that you want using the other link in the description for public. I don't want to waste any more time, so let's get into it. And first off, I do want to go over the gamma squeeze a little bit and take a specific look at this option that expires June 18th, the $40 strike. We have an open interest of 224,000. So maybe you guys know what a gamma squeeze is, maybe you don't, but essentially how it works, once AMC keeps climbing, the market maker has to hedge these options, because not 224,000 people are agreeing to put 100 shares up and sell these options and obviously collect a premium and agree to sell shares at $40. So that's where the market maker comes in, and they will hedge their position slowly as the stock does start to climb. That's where you get the short squeeze and just a lot of hype around a stock, as well as a gamma squeeze that just makes stocks go absolutely crazy. And that is really what happened the first time around with AMC, as well as GameStop and all the other stocks that were short squeezed around that time. It was also a gamma squeeze. Now, when you see open interest like this is absolutely crazy, with a 356% implied volatility. So that means if AMC goes down, this contract's going to go down a lot. If AMC goes up, it's going to go up a lot. That's the implied volatility, or how much people think it's going to move in value. So like I said, back to the open interest. When you're at 224,000 in open interest, the closer AMC does get to this $40 price, we will start to skyrocket. Let's say we go to 35, we could go straight to 40, because the market makers are going to have to hedge all of these options with open interest and essentially buy shares. And for every one contract, that is 100 shares. So you can imagine how many shares they would have to buy in this situation. That is rough math, I believe around 20 million shares. 20.2 million shares they would have to buy. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I'm not sure. I didn't do the math beforehand, so I do apologize, but it's an insanely big number. So this will propel us even more. Now, if the shorts do start to cover, that will obviously push us up even further, and I do expect us to go to around the $100 price point when all of this is done. Now, I do want to point out the short owners, and these are the people that are shorting AMC, and specifically new positions. So we could see as of May 21st, we had 82,000 shares that are sold short, and the green rows are just new positions. So I'm not going to go over every single one. Obviously, there's a ton of them, but the red row indicates closed positions. So you can see on here, there is a lot of open positions. Some people have closed positions, but for the most part, they are still open. Now, there's a bit of a discrepancy what actually does get reported. I would argue some things don't get reported, especially if you have an interest in other companies that have an interest in your company. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. But if we now take a look at the institutions that have been loading up on AMC, most of this did happen in the last week. Some of it was 2 weeks ago, but that is pretty much the time frame we are looking at here. And I am going to scroll pretty fast because the list is extensive, and you can see millions of shares being bought in some of these orders. There's 4 million right there. There's another 9 million one, just multiple millions of dollars in shares going in single orders, and including Morgan Stanley on May 17th. So obviously they knew what's up. They are going to crush the shorts that are short AMC along with the retail traders. And these guys are not dumb. They seen what happened the first time around. So they know the influence of the retail trader here. Given all the factors, they're not stupid. The only stupid ones are the ones shorting AMC, but that is good for us because that's where we make all the money, right? So I won't argue with that. If we just take a look at the actual institutional ownership change from the 13F filings for AMC, we can see in the second quarter of 2021, which is up until now, look at the difference. 370 million shares were bought by institutional owners and only 13 million were sold. So if you were on the selling these shares short side, you're definitely regretting your decision as of right now. Take a look at this on the chart though. We have not seen these levels in a very, very long time. Now institutional owners as a percentage is at 25.66%. And I do think they are going to continue to buy into AMC, push the share price up higher. Now, once it gets to a crazy level, that's where you're going to have to make your own decisions and really protect your own capital. But I don't see a top on AMC for right now. We could just go to the moon, essentially. We could go to a couple $100. If you do value this or try to compare it to GameStop, which moved up thousands of percents, AMC's move has just begun. And the fact that AMC is pretty much the only stock that is going through this right now, instead of about 10 other stocks that are short squeezing at the same time. A lot of capital is flowing into AMC, and over the past 2 trading days, they have been the most traded asset in the world by volume. I also do want to give all my apes out there this hidden gem, and this is Fintel's short volume data, and this is the short volume ratio for the day, which basically tracks out of the total market volume how many shares were sold short every single day. They update this at about 7 o'clock. So Friday we had 135 million shares that were sold short out of the total market volume of 660 million. So that is severely elevated, still down a little bit from where we were at about 30%. And 114 million, 212 million, and then 135 million. So once we see this level get down to where we were at prior at about 20 to 30 million, you will know that a lot of shorts have actually covered their positions. And you could see this right here. Some shorts have covered their positions. As of last Wednesday, we were at almost 115 million shares that were sold short, and then we went to 212 million shares that were sold short. The first day we really popped about 30, 40, 50% at any given time. A lot of people went short on AMC, and then it's a given some of those shorts are going to cover their positions, but we are still over 5x the amount of shares sold short Friday than we were over the past week or two. So that's a good metric to see. Once we go back down to about 20 to 40 million shares, you will know that a lot of shorts have covered their position. Now, getting into the technical analysis, I actually don't have it pulled up. I thought I had it pulled up, but we could pull it up real quick, and I've been covering this for a very long time, and we could see we are just very bullish. We actually went bearish on the MACD, but this is expected once you get this massive rally, and then it kind of comes down and consolidates, and we are currently at $26.12, and this is a healthy consolidation period, and you can see this is kind of where our support does look to be as of right now. That's just where we've consolidated at, and we've had a strong support level at about $26. We didn't fall under that for too long at all on Friday, just a couple brief moments, so that does look very good right there as well. As far as the RSI, it is in the middle, so it's about 50-50 as far as the relative strength index. The only thing you'll want to watch is if AMC does start to shoot up and the RSI does continue to fall down. That is not a good sign. But as far as going ahead into the future, like I said, we have no top on AMC. There's nothing to go off of. You could go back to when they IPO'd back here in 2013 and then hit a high of about $33, $35 at times, I do believe. And essentially, once we do pass that level, which we did briefly, look at this candle, look at this wick, $36.72. So once we do pass that, that is going to serve as a little bit of a resistance. But once we do pass that, I would expect to go to about $40, come back down to about 35, find a solid support, and then shoot up to 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. But you never really know with this. Just like GameStop, you can go up $100 in a day on AMC if shorts do start to cover, as well as the gamma squeeze and making the market makers hedge all these options, which I showed you guys is extremely large. So this is going to be a very explosive move that we are going to see on AMC. I am telling you that we are going to see this. As far as our lower end support level, it is $20 like I have in the last video, but that is really all for the technical analysis. It does look slightly bearish right here, but I actually think it is positive on a more fundamental basis. The fact we are holding up after this massive rally does look very good. I mean, we were only down 1.51% is where we closed on Friday. So it does look very good. I expect this to go much, much higher. Just be careful because we do have a lot of institutional owners in AMC. They are probably going to let it ride as high as the momentum is there. But once you start to see more bearish downtrends, that's where you should be careful. I'm saying we could go to probably a couple $100, and then a lot of these guys are going to sell out of their positions. But if we do have enough other people coming in to buy these shares, then we could stabilize like GameStop has done in the couple $100 range. So I'm giving you guys my assessment here. You don't have to agree with it. I don't want you to agree with it. I am just telling you what I see. I do think at the very least we're going to about $100 on AMC. That is why I am doubling, hopefully tripling or quadrupling my position in AMC. This is going to be a phenomenal trade, and this is only just the beginning. But with that being said, that is going to wrap up this video. If you guys got anything useful out of it, hit that like button for me, as well as subscribe to the channel. If you want me to put an additional $5 per subscriber in, make sure to do that, as well as comment down below what is your price target on AMC, what is your strategy. Let me know. I want to know this information. I will see you guys later. Until the next video, until next time, take care.